first question. Hey, this is Mr. Samson the SWIL. We're getting ready for the March 16th show at the Eastside Bar and Grill. I am here with this amazing band, the Redeemers, that are sharing the bill with us, and let's learn more about them. Hi, guys. Tell us about the name of the band. What's the origin of the name?
The origin of the name Redeemers came in one day when we got all five of us solidified as a lineup, and we were kind of guessing, you had this guy with this name, this guy with that name, and I kind of just, off the top of my dome, just said, what about the Redeemers, man? And everybody just kind of gave me the thumbs up, and we've been rolling ever since.
Cool.
Before my time.
Before your time.
I wasn't there for that. Yeah. It's a
Fair
cool
enough.
name, though. I'm just rolling with it.
Good. What genre of music do you consider your band? What bands would you consider your major influences for your band?
It's a metal band.
Influences, I don't know, maybe the Replacements, really dig the Replacements a lot, and maybe like early Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, I'm into that. Yeah.
We're
Definitely.
doing some progressive things too, so I'm a Tool fan, so.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay. How long has this lineup? So there's two guys missing tonight, right? So 5 guys.
Yeah, we're missing our singer and our second guitar player.
Cool. But speaking in regards of that full lineup, how long has the lineup been together or known each other, and how did y'all meet?
Saul and the singer Matty G have known each other for...
We were kids.
Yeah.
We were kids. We were doing a recording session in middle school. It was my first ever song that I had written. And Matt Gordon, who is our lead singer, came in and did backup vocals on this original song. It was called Why Me. It was like, I was 12, he was 11, so we've known each other for a long time.
There you go. I met Mark at Jason, lead singer of SWIL's studio.
Right on. That's right. Okay.
I met Brian through work, and I met
Gotcha.
the whole guys, basically like Saul and Matt, through my old band, and we're looking to put everything together, and I had a guitar player, I had a drummer, and Matt was out of his band, so I was like, well, there's a singer, and brought everybody together, and now we're on year 2.
Right on. Now, how long have you been with the band? Sorry about
So
that.
I'm
I know
thinking
you're newest.
I'm
Sorry.
thinking I've been a Redeemer for 4 months.
Yeah.
4
Gotcha.
months.
Okay.
Yeah, just about. So,
I remember the worldwide announcement, so I just couldn't remember how long ago it was. Do you play any cover? I'm going to move on. Sorry. Do you play any covers? And if do you play any covers?
No covers.
No covers.
All
Okay.
originals.
All originals.
If no,
There's
why?
only so
or,
much time on stage.
Why or what you might consider in the future as covers?
As a cover, I'd be really interested in doing Jackson Brown, a Jackson Brown cover.
That'd be cool. All right.
And with a little bit more, some balls, I guess,
Right
I think,
on.
I think there was some discussion about doing like a Soundgarden cover or an Alice in Chains cover at one point with Matt, but I don't know if we're going to do any of that at any point. I mean, we have a lot of songs and we keep writing new ones, so the repertoire is pretty full.
There
We
you
did
go.
do
Stick
some.
with
We
it.
did do some covers, I think, at the beginning.
in the beginning, yeah.
but just moved away from it. So.
Yeah, I think I saw this band's first show ever, and I think it was like 90% covers, and then you guys had a couple originals, and they've just been phasing out the covers as they've gone along. So by the time I joined, it was down to no covers and all originals, which I like.
Can you
personally.
learn this set in 30 minutes?
Yeah. And I did, dude. I just
Okay.
showed up and knew how to play it. man.
And by the way, we have a show in like 2 weeks. I know that you just had one rehearsal, but we got a show in like 2 weeks. So you're ready? Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. The first
Right.
show that I did was right after I joined. So luckily I had some recordings to work with from the internet, and that was about all that I needed.
There you go. Explain the songwriting process for your band. Is there any theme or topics as a band you try to cover or convey?
Jeez, every song is different.
Yeah.
Sometimes we bring them to the table and they're already set. I think Izzy writes most of the songs, and when Izzy brings something to the table, he's got a really clear idea of what he wants to do, and we all just kind of try to fit to that and figure out how to play along, make it work. And Matt writes most of the vocals, but I think you write some vocals too that he then
I've written a lot of
goes and
lyrics.
sings. Yeah, Brian's written a couple of songs. I've been thinking about bringing 1 or 2 to the project.
You've been working
We've
on
been working
some of
on
this
some
stuff.
of my
We
stuff.
got a
Yeah,
lot, but I would definitely say you know, we've collectively input everything that goes on with the
There's a lot of
music.
improvisation that happens too, especially with like Brian's song. He brought, you know, a couple of different parts to the table, and it was really unformed, and I think it was sort of up to the band to develop it into a solid thing.
I would say so.
Because every performance, you want to play the same thing, you know? I mean, you got to give people what the picture is, you know? If you got a picture of a soggy, floppy hamburger and you give somebody a really, really full, zesty one, then, you know, they're just not getting what they paid for.
That'll be the part we edit out
like
right there.
crisscross, right?
Just
That's
throw
the
it
other
down,
way.
just throw
No,
that in
keep
there,
it.
bro.
It's good.
No,
Keep it.
no, not
Keep
the
it.
whole piece.
Genius.
Just think about this. Everything you play, you want to play it correctly at the same time. Everything. It's like a floppy hamburger, bro.
It's like a floppy hamburger, dog.
Gotta get that edit in there.
How about this? How has the music evolved and possibly changed since this core group has started playing together? You kind of already started to say that.
I think it's getting darker.
I would definitely say we're moving in a darker direction
It's getting
every
more
once in a
metal.
while.
Started out kind of pop. It's getting more metal.
We need to bring back the pop.
Uh-huh.
Is
The
he-
right dark pop.
Izzy's the originator of the pop in this band, but I think it's been getting more and more metal all the
And there's
time.
more sections. You know, it's not just the typical. You know, we're trying to evolve with the
Diversify the
diversify
songs a little.
dynamics and all that stuff. So
I think
We're gonna write a love ballad.
Mm.
It's called "Lick My Love Pump."
You can only pick one. What has been the biggest challenge as a band? How have you overcome that challenge?
biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge and how we've overcome it, I would say, is the quintessential getting people to come to the show, March 16th at Eastside Bar and Grill.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think if we had bigger crowds, we'd be able to play anywhere. And, you know, I'm trying to play Theater of the Clouds real soon, and this is just not, you know, we need to pick up the speed, so show up.
What is the ultimate direction or goal of this band? Do you seek fame and fortune?
I think world domination is probably on the tip of everybody's tongue
Yes.
right now. I'm just going to speak for the project when I say that. That's-
Hashtag.
Hashtag awareness. Yeah.
No, any thoughts on the future of the band?
Any thoughts on the future?
me personally, I'm just trying to evolve as a musician with these guys.
Yeah.
Wherever it goes is where it goes. I'm having a good time with everybody. So
There you go.
and that's just what I like to do.
I have to say.
Yeah, I
hate
think
you
I
guys.
think if we keep that, I think if we keep that
It's
attitude,
just really adds a little flavor.
it'll go wherever it goes.
Mhm.
You know, that's just what I like to think. So
Anything else on that? What
Enough
advice?
money to buy scrambled eggs. You know.
What advice do you have for people that want to form their own bands?
Don't do it.
Yeah, really one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I feel like I've just come to this point in my life where I can't turn back. You know, I'm already a musician and there's no way to fix it. But yeah, definitely going to make sure my children never touch a musical instrument if humanly possible. Yeah, stay away.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's scary.
Do you have a rigid set list, or can you adapt to the venue or other bands you might be playing with that night?
Our set list is basically, there's so much room for it to breathe that it can go wherever. You can stick us with pop bands, you can stick us with metal bands, rock bands, you know.
Yeah, we're a pretty versatile band,
Very,
I'd
very
say.
versatile.
And that being said, you know, we do a lot of BSing on stage, so we can stretch a set out pretty long too, you know. So
as far as
like 30 minutes,
like
an hour.
each member's, it seems that each member has a different energy on stage. So in a venue, he's just last week he was all over the place. He's all over the place regardless, but
I try.
so.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, what are your thoughts on the show coming up on March 16th with SWIL at the Eastside Bar and Grill? Is this show any different than the others for this band?
Well, it's got SWIL in it, so it's going to be good. It's pretty much the best band in the world right
I would
now,
say
and just
we haven't played
those
with
guys.
Crowded Habit, You Know Nothing. You know, we finally just got our first show with you guys last, Saturday or whatever it was, but to me, it's just another venue. It's another show at the East Side.
Mhm.
March 16th with SWIL, Crowded Habit, You Know Nothing, Redeemers.
It would be
Be there.
really good to best that last show. That was a good show. We can always do better though, right?
I think so.
Yeah, plausibly.
And you had a great show. All right. Any closing comments as a group?
Well, I just think that Redeemers are right at that precipice of success, and the world is going to have to acknowledge us, whether they want to or not, really soon. So get ready. I hope you were the person that watched this that told all your friends that they have to watch it, because they don't want to be caught with their pants down when the Redeemers are coming.
My closing thoughts. March 16th, Eastside Bar and Grill. SWIL,
Say it one more time.
Redeemers. Crowded Habit.
March 16th,
Eastside Bar and Grill.
Please state your name, any social media accounts you might like to share to have people connect with you or your band.
My name is Mark Harris. I am a drummer in Redeemers. You can find us on Facebook, Redeemers.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yep. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So you're not from Portland.
Not
All right.
originally, no.
Yep.
But,
Okay.
But
Well, you get the bonus question. How did you end up here in Portland?
I ended up here in Portland. I was kind of getting in a lot of trouble as a kid in Los Angeles, so we moved up to the exact opposite place in the country, which was Lake Oswego, Oregon, and I've been here in Portland mostly. So
And when did you move here? When you said you moved to?
when I was like 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
you've been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? And you kind of already answered that. Or maybe where did you attend high school?
I attended high school at Lake Oswego High School, and then I moved to West Lynn my junior year to wrestle over
Okay.
there. So yeah.
Cool. When did you start playing music?
14. Started playing drums at 14. Been playing on and off for since then. 38 now, so maybe for just nothing really consistent, but until now, pretty consistent now. So
What got you into playing music?
I think I started getting into like the grunge era, or the grunge music around when it came out. That's when I started listening. So Pearl Jam, all those bands, and I played in the marching band in high school, and I hated it, and so just quit that and got into drum kit around that same time though, but picked it back up in college around 21, and I'm 38 now, so yeah.
Cool. What are your music influences?
I like progressive metal, progressive rock. I'm a Tool fan. I am, still appreciate the grunge era, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. What is your role in the band? Why don't you explain that?
I am a drummer. Try to keep time. Not always on time, but I try to keep time. I'm in the back. One of my other roles is I'm the shortest guy in the band, and so I have to play that role. But it's okay.
Can I ask a follow-up question
Sure.
on that? When you say that the shortest guy in the band, you have to play that role. What does that mean? Can you give us more information?
I have to show my little man syndrome and kick everybody's ass every once in a while.
I love that.
So I gotta,
I totally understand.
I gotta be on top of that.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, how about this? Tell us about your instrument. Do you have any brand loyalty? Do you play any other instruments?
I play right now Premier Cabrera, which is a fusion kit. It's a decent kit. I like it a lot. I play Pearls, and what else have I played? That's about it. So I really appreciate the Premier kits, but yeah. So sorry. I try to play blues harmonica every once in a while. I like that. So.
Cool. How do you personally get ready for a show like the one on March 16th at the Eastside Bar and Grill with a band like SWIL?
Well, with a band like SWIL, you gotta get your, be on your A game. So, because you gotta be careful, they can blow you out the water. So, I mean, I go for like a run. I go for like a run in the afternoon, you know, before the show. Loosen up, stretch.
Good.
Try to keep a good frame of mind.
It was really uncomfortable the last show we had where there was an injury, and it turned out the guy didn't stretch before.
Yeah.
All right, any closing thoughts? This is Mark Harris from the Redeemers. Thank you very much. Any
Yeah.
closing thoughts?
Now come and check us out. We're gonna be playing with SWIL next month, so it's gonna be a good time.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Please state your name, any social media accounts you might like to share to have people connect with you or your band. Anything.
Name is Izzy Divine.
Perfect.
You can find me at www.facebook.com/redeemerspdx. The same goes for Instagram. If you want to find us on Instagram, it's redeemerspdx. That's how you'll find us, man.
Cool. Where are you from?
I am originally from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, so you get the bonus question if you're not from Portland. How did you end up here?
I ended up here by falling in love with the girl, man. Don't let it happen to you.
If you lived anywhere else in between?
No.
Ah, okay, gotcha. When did you move here?
I moved into Portland, let's see, right around 2008, right at the end of 2008.
Gotcha. Where did you grow up, or maybe where did you attend high school?
I grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas, where it's the land of being by the beach all day long, man, so it's pretty killer.
When did you start playing music?
Started playing music at a very young age, you know, picked it up probably right around, 8 or 9,
What got you into playing music?
My dad was in a band for as long as I can remember, and there was always guitars laying around, so I just kind of picked it up and rolled with it and just kept going ever since.
Cool. What are your personal music influences?
I am definitely influenced by a wide variety of things. I love to listen to Tejano music. I love to listen to a lot of obscure 80s bands like The Replacements, The Alarm. I also really have a fascination with Skid Row and Warrant and those types of bands and what they were able to accomplish.
What is your role in the band?
My role in the band is rhythm guitar and backup vocals.
Tell us, since you got the bonus question as well here, tell us about your instrument. Do you have brand loyalty, and do you play any other instruments?
I dabble with the keys, the drums, the vocals, the bass, basically almost all of it. On a side note, I can play the French horn, which is really random. As far as musical brand loyalty, or instrument loyalty rather, I'm very partial to double cutaways, Flying V's, and Fender Telecasters.
How do you get ready for a show like the one on March 16th at the Eastside Bar and Grill with a band like SWIL?
I get ready for every show by trying to wake up in the morning, eating a very healthy breakfast, and trying to get a little workout in if I can, whether it's just a small run or just anything rather, just to kind of get your blood flowing.
Any other thoughts? That's the end of the interview.
And we're good.
Cool. All right, here we go. Please state your name. Any social media accounts you might like to share to have people connect with you or with your band, whatever.
Excellent. My name is Soul Zimmerdahl. I have a Soul Zimmerdahl account on Reverb Nation that is my solo project. I play in a band called Abnorms, aside from, obviously, Redeemers, which is why I'm doing this interview.
Where are you from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon originally. Born and raised.
Okay. And then, have you lived anywhere else?
No, I'm a total local boy.
Good.
I've done some traveling. I love to travel. I got nothing wrong with that, but I always come back here.
Okay. Where have you traveled?
I've gone to Mexico and Canada and Hawaii and Tennessee. That would be, if I was to draw quadrants around...
I think on the map that's a pentagram. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
well, a
Just kidding.
quadrogram?
I'm kidding. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where did you grow up, or maybe where did you attend high school?
I attended high school at Benson Polytech. There was a small group of musicians there, and I was certainly one of them.
When did you start playing music?
I started playing bass guitar when I was 11 years old, and I started writing songs right away.
What got you into playing or singing music?
You know, when I was a really young kid, I used to do a lot of poetry, and I had a English teacher who also was a musician, and he said, this stuff is just music. You gotta just start writing songs. Pick up an instrument, give it a shot, you know, and he's a very inspirational guy. Got me into it, and been playing bass and writing songs instead of poetry for the most part ever since.
Nice. What are your musical influences? Excuse me.
You know, I think first and foremost, I prefer grunge over any other music genre out there. I really like progressive music, progressive metal, and obviously the old school prog stuff is cool too. Psychedelic I like, classic rock I like. But you know, I'm really into classical also. And I think it influences my playing a lot. Not that you would be able to tell without me saying it.
Gotcha. What is your role in the band?
Well, you know, I'm the new guy. Been the new guy for 4 months now. I think that my role in the band is actually, I've already done a little bit of keeping people on an even keel. You know, shoot, other than that, I mean, I'm just filling the shoes of Jack Jackman, the old bassist, who's also a good friend of mine, so that's what I do.
Okay, well, tell us, since you play an instrument, tell us about your instrument. Do you have brand loyalty or anything like that? And do you play any other instruments?
Yes, I actually have quite the collection of bass guitars. The one that you will see me playing if you come to one of my concerts is a Gibson SG Flame Top. It's a limited edition. It's pretty special to me. I also have a Schecter Omen 8, which is an 8-string bass. I have a Gibson G3, which is an old bass from '72. They say that they didn't print them until '73, but the serial code says it's from '72, so that's a classic. I used to play it a lot more. These days, my SG is my workhorse, and I pretty much ride that all the way home. I do have a Squire P bass as well, which was my first bass, and I can't part with it. It's a good bass. Fender makes good basses too. Brand loyalty, you know, I'm really think that Gibson basses are underrated. You know, and unfortunately they cut back their line. You used to be able to get Gibson bass Les Pauls and everything else. I mean, I love Rickenbackers too, but yeah, you know, all the big names are good.
How do you get ready for a show like the one on March 16th at Eastside Bar and Grill with a band like SWIL and the other bands on the bill?
Well, you know, me and the Redeemers try to practice once a week together, but I practice along with the recordings online quite a bit. You know, it's a really good way to freshen up, especially right before a show.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Anything, closing remarks you want to have? That's the end of what I have.
Well, you know, I think that's about all I've got to say too, so come to the show.
Right on.